Hi Care Bears and families, welcome back. Mrs. Ang here. This week I want to show you how I like to read toddler vocabulary books, as well as some of the more advanced nonfiction books that you can read at home, even if your little ones are learning English and new to the country. So this one is a toddler's vocabulary book. It has pictures, it has words, and books like this is really great even for children who speak English as a first language. It's a good way to connect with them, draw out conversation, and extend their thinking. So I'm going to show you different ways that I might do them. Okay, Care Bears, are you ready? Grown-ups, let's go. So I always start with the cover. We always say that readers read the cover. Take your finger, use your eyes, get your lips ready. I might look and I might point to something on the cover. For example, like this is a duck. Oh, that's an animal. Duck, quack, quack, duck. And get them to point and say that with you. Oh, look, there's a clock. If you're learning English, if you're a little Care Bear that's learning English, you might get them to say clock, and it tells time, and you might count the numbers on the clock. Maybe look for clocks around your house. You can point to other ones like numbers. 2, get them to point as well. When they're pointing, it helps draw their eyes to what you're pointing. And we learn in school that where your eyes go, your mind goes. That helps us pay attention. Oh, and then you can play games like, where are the shoes? Shoes. Let's flip a page. This book is very well loved. It's falling apart, but it's good. It means children are loving this book. So on a page like this, you can start with simple things like, oh, look, there's a flower. Flower is pretty. This is a red flower. Look, flower starts with F. Flower. Do you remember the time when we went to the grocery store and saw lots of different flowers? You say flowers. Flowers. Did you see, grown-ups, how I use my pointing finger, how I say the name of the object, flower, how I talked and described the object, oh, it's a red flower and it's beautiful, how I try to get connection with past experience. So I say, remember when we saw flowers at the grocery store? And then I talk about the letters, the word, flower, the letter F. So these are different ways that you can read a book like this. Another way you might read is, hey, can you find me the fish? Where's the fish? So if you have little toddlers at home, 1-year-old, 2-year-old at home as well, you can all read this together and they might point to the fish. And that's when you say, oh, look, there's the fish. There's the tail of the fish, the eye of the fish. Where are your eyes? Right here. And look, those are the fish lips. Can you make fish lips? Good job. Fish. Oh, wait a minute. Fish also starts with F, just like flower. You say that and try. Flower, fish. That's going to help reinforce their learning at school. So you notice that when I start to move on to the next picture, I try to connect it with the other pictures that I've seen. And you thought this was just a simple vocabulary book. There are lots and lots and lots of ways you can use books like this to engage in conversation, draw on their past experience, lots of letter learning and alphabet knowledge, lots to talk about in terms of building oral language, building their vocabulary, describing, oh look, there's a tractor. Tractor, look how many wheels do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is hiding behind. Do you know what a tractor does? So things like that will engage them in different kinds of conversation, possibly maybe doing some more research about tractors. Let me show you how to read an advanced book using the same strategy. This one is called Wolves, and it is a book with more words. So as you can see, there are lots more words in this book. Now, you're right, Care Bears don't read that much yet. So this is important where you get to sit and do with them. We always start with our pointer finger our eyes, get our lips ready, and use the pictures. So let's take a look at the picture. You might say things like, what do you see? See, you might say wolves, they might say dinosaur. So that's when you go and say, oh look, I see wolves. There are many wolves together. That's their fur. So you're going to go into talking more about the different details that you see. Oh, those are the ears. Can you find me the other ears of the other wolves? Look, there are some here. That's the nose of the wolf. I think sometimes we call it a snout. Where is your nose? Your nose is right here. Can you find me a different nose? I see that wolves are on the grass. Why do you think they're on the grass? Maybe because they live in somewhere where it's hot and there are grass. Do you think they eat grass? So lots of different conversation. And as you can see, I'm not even talking about the text at this point. I'm really focusing on the pictures and going into the details, getting them to point, getting them to look, getting them to talk, getting them to converse with you in whatever way that they can. This can be done with early learners, English language learners, with English as a first language learners as well. And then if they still have the attention, you might quickly summarize what you're reading. Oh, look, it says pack life. It's telling me that wolves like to live in a pack. When a group of them are together, it's called a pack. You might read a sentence, wolves live in family groups called pack. Can you say pack? Pack, that's what a group of wolves are called. So on and so forth. So you can see that even just reading one page can take a minute or two. So books like this, you might just read 1 or 2 pages at a time, and that's perfectly fine. It is the oral language, the engagement, and paying attention that's important at this point. So try them at home, at the local library, at the bookstore if you happen to be there. Even grocery stores have lots of books. Stop by there for a minute if you can and read with them this weekend. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.